Welcome to Terrorize You to the Core podcast, brought to you by Jasmine Lugo. Copyright 2017 July. Our first story is about two friends who decide that they want to go on a special trip. But is this special trip more than what they bargained for? My friend and I saw an ad for this amazing trip to an island. I was very excited because I haven't been on a trip for a long time. We decided to pull our money together to get this trip going. My friends and I went to this travel agency to get our tickets. When we arrived there, we thought it was strange that not many people were there. We definitely thought this was a deal and that many people would have been there to take advantage of this. But we were the only ones who wanted to go to this island, apparently. We approached the travel agent, and at first they did not notice us as we came in. I said to the agent, "Excuse me, sir, we are here to purchase tickets to that trip that you're advertising to that island." The agent looked up at me from the paperwork. They had a lot of things surrounding them, and they looked annoyed. We got our paperwork filled out, though, even though the agent seemed less than eager to help us. My friend gave me the one over here look. I'm going to ask him the awkward question. I returned to her the look of please don't. I mean, the situation was already the most awkward situation I have ever been in. This guy was really not in the mood for any questions. She couldn't resist, though, and said, "Is there a problem with our reservations?" The man looked up at my friend and said, "This trip requires you both to take this special plane. You two are the only ones to have come in so far for this deal." My friend looked at me surprised that we were the only ones who would be going for such a deal. His next words cut us off guard. He said, "You'll have to leave today at 8 p.m. exactly." I said, "That's impossible. We have nothing ready. We haven't even told our family to feed our plants or take care of anything." My friends grabbed my hand and said, "This is what we have been trying to do for so long. An exciting trip, just the girls. This is something that we wanted, something spontaneous, something unusual. Let's do it." I eventually agreed with my friend. This is exactly what we wanted. We got our tickets and left that day. We arrived at the airport excited to do something so adventurous. We boarded the plane, and sure enough, we were the only two people to get on that plane. Our stewardess gave us some drinks and snacks. She looked not too happy to be working tonight, serving two people on a plane. This was not her liking. The pilot put on the seatbelt sign, and the stewardess gave us the safety speech. We kind of giggled to ourselves like this has got to be the most awkward situation for her. We were now getting excited, though, by the time the plane was ready to take off. We were in the air for a while and now able to move around if we wanted. I got up to go to the bathroom while my friend rested her eyes. I saw the stewardess getting something together. I entered the bathroom. Before I left the bathroom, I thought I heard something happening outside the door. I also thought I heard some voices, but I couldn't make out what was being said. I unlocked the door slowly, and I peeked outside the door. I didn't see anyone. I walked over to my seat. While looking around, I got there and noticed, wait, my friend. Where did they go? She was no longer around. I got up quickly, and before I knew what was happening, I felt something go over my face, and I was out. I woke up a few hours later, at least I assumed it was a few hours later, because I couldn't really see anything, but I heard the sound of grinding. I couldn't make it out, but then my eyes started to adjust to the darkness. I then saw my friend. She looked over at me. She didn't look the same. She looked extremely tired and worked out. She came over to me and helped me up from the ground. She explained to me that this trip was actually a way for them to get people to be their slaves. We were on an island full of people who thought they were going to go on this special adventurous trip like us. I would hope that our families would be searching for us, but we never told anyone where we were going because we were trying to be so spontaneous. Let's just say, being so spontaneous sometimes isn't the best thing to do. Story 2. Sometimes when you discover things, it's best just to walk away and leave it alone. While walking through a trail, I came across some old-looking railroad tracks. I was really excited because I never found anything this cool before. I decided it would be great to follow the tracks to see how far they would go. It seemed like quite a walk until I reached what looked like an old open field. Beyond the field, I saw a cave. I got so excited to make this unique discovery. Every step was a new great thing. It was like landing on the moon, except I was gonna discover a railroad track. I was almost to the tunnel when I got my foot caught between the tracks. I tried to get my foot out, but it wouldn't budge. I heard the sound coming out of the tunnel. First I thought I was just imagining it in my panic to get my foot out. But it wasn't just any sound that I heard. It was a loud train whistle sound. Panic started to settle in. I saw the train coming and kept trying to yank my foot out. Finally, I reached down to my shoe and started to untie it. I managed to slip my foot out of it. I saw the train coming fast, but I had to work hard and jump out of the way, even though my foot felt this sharp, pulsing pain run right up my leg. I quickly jumped out of the way just in time to see the train speed by. When I looked in the windows, I saw people. But this was strange. They were not just people. They were skeletons dressed as people, but not dressed as from my time. They were dressed from a long time ago. The train of ghosts just looked at me and waved. After it passed, I retrieved my shoe and ran home, never to be that adventurous again. This has been Terrorize You to the Core podcast. Next time we broadcast, it would be on August 15th. Stay tuned, Terrorizers. Don't forget to visit us on our pages, Facebook page, and SoundCloud. We are also published on YouTube as well, and on iTunes. Please feel free to visit our Terrorize You to the Core podcast page on Facebook and give us your feedback. If you have any ideas that you would like to shoot us for an episode, please feel free to send us a message. No idea is a bad idea. An unsaid idea is a bad idea. All right, Terrorizers, have a good weekend and terrorize you later.